Hi everyone, it's Mark Ironson here, just doing a quick video with, today I've got with me James, and the reason we've got James with me is because James runs a company called Electrimech. That's right, isn't it, James?
That's
Electrimech, that's got
correct.
it. So the thing was, I'm building a trailer. If you've seen my other videos on the channel, you know about my apocalypse bug out trailer thing that I'm building on the back of my Land Rover. I'm an ex-engineer, mechanical engineer, so I know about putting wheel bearings on and doing brakes and all that sort of stuff. But electrics scare me to death, and they always have done. I think they scare a lot of mechanics really. When you're building a camper van or a trailer or anything like this, you kind of there's different systems you've got to learn. So insulation, bodywork, woodwork, metalwork, electrics, mechanical, engines, gearboxes. You can't know them all, can you? So I contacted James and he said I'm running this workshop. I said, what's this workshop you're doing then? He said, oh, he's going to do about gas hazards, he's going to do about electrical hazards, he's going to do about batteries, about solar panels, about checking equipment and prepping vehicles. I'm like, bloody no brainer. Let's blooming get on it. So so welcome to the video, James. So tell us, I mean, how did you get into it? Who are you and how did you get into it?
Hi, I'm James Whitfield. I have been in the DC industry for a number of years, working for various amount of companies, offshore oil and gas, wind farms, and I'm also ex-military. So with all these things combined, I decided to do my own company, Electrimech Power Solutions, to give people a better understanding of electrical power in their vehicle, combining the two functionalities together with AC and DC. Um, so, yeah, it's just to give people a better understanding of what they're actually looking at and not being scared to death now.
Yeah, blooming brilliant. And so where are you based?
I'm based up in Hull, just on the east coast there. And if you go any further, you get slightly wet feet. Um, but yeah, we've got a fully functional workshop and everything like that. And yeah, it's a nice environment to be.
Yeah, and a classroom as well to learning as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And so why? So how often are you going to put these workshops on?
I run these workshops to suit the customer with their adventures and their activities. So I run them predominantly on a Saturday, to suit into people's time schedules and everything like that. But if there was enough of a group, I wouldn't be adverse not to run it on a Sunday or a time to suit them.
Yeah, fair enough. And why did you start them?
To educate people a little bit better in the sense of the two combinations of power to get together can be very very daunting for people. So me being myself, I'd like to educate people coming from a national grid background as well. It's a scary subject to approach it if you do not have the knowledge to do that. So,
Yeah,
and then thus was born the workshops. Also, I have a love for camper vans myself. So yeah, it's how it evolved. I've worked hard over the last few months putting this package together, as you very well know now, Mark. You've sat on it. So yeah, I like to pass on my knowledge to a certain extent.
yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. And I must, and I was on the workshop on Saturday. It's fab because I now know about solar panels and batteries and cables and crimping, and it was for me it was absolutely brilliant. So who in your mind who are they for? Who are the workshops for?
Well, I've had people from being van lifers right to people that are just starting out and want a overview and everything like that on such power systems and everything like that. So from new to novice to right up to people that are actually van lifers have walked away knowing knowledge and a better understanding from fire extinguishers, gas hazards, electrical, to even vehicle weights and speed limits.
Yeah, fine.
which it just clears up a lot of the darkness and everything like that that surrounded the camper van community or motorhome community.
Yeah, I must admit, I was having a chat after I come off the workshop. I was having a chat about DC to DC chargers because he's got a split relay on his, and he said, "Oh, my batteries have died. Should I get some truck batteries?" And I went,
Yeah.
No, I can answer that." And we went into this little conversation about DC to DC now, just because, well, I've been on it, so it's brilliant. So, in your mind, who are the workshops not for? Who shouldn't attend them?
People that have got degrees in electrical engineering, I would doubt very much that they would even because they'll know that. People that have got enough experience and worked in the industry, but what I've found previously is even the electricians still don't know about direct currents, aka batteries. So it's for a wide scope of people. Anybody can be included in it. Even if they have got knowledge, I'm quite sure there will be something on the course that they wouldn't know.
Yeah, I quite agree, because if you're an electrician, you generally go AC or DC. So if you're a household electrician, you know about AC.
Correct.
Then if you're a vehicle electrician, you know about DC. But then a camper van's got, or could have, not always, but could have both.
Both of them entities put together. So it's to give you a good understanding of what we're dealing with and how we segregate as well correctly. It is a very important topic.
Brilliant. So what are the timings of the workshop? I know they're on a Saturday at the moment, so what are the timings?
So the workshop starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's quite free flowing. We have breaks at certain points and everything like that. Also to feed up on the infamous Scotch eggs. And
so
then
you get lunch as well. So you get lunch as well.
You do get lunch as well, and then the end timing is a little bit flexible because the whole idea of the group and everything like that is for the people to get an understanding. So if they're asking more questions and getting more involved, if it goes on to 4:30, 5 o'clock, that's not an issue. You don't just get booted out at the door at 4.
Brilliant.
With all your questions unanswered.
And there were as well. I mean, there were on our day. So if you want to get in touch with James, this is for camper van builders, caravan, van lifers, trailer builders. I'm building a bug out trailer on the back of a Land Rover. It's just a hobby. It's just what I like. And so anyone building something that's got a charging circuit, a electrical circuit in there, or a gas circuit in there, then it's worth coming in this workshop. So they learn about gas hazards, electrical hazards, batteries, solar panels, cables, all sorts of stuff, and even the tools. I must be, because I bought a couple of tools after I come off the workshop, so a couple of tools as well. So if you want to get in touch, what I've done, I'm scrolling along the bottom, I've put James's email address, electric.mech@yahoo.com. He's based in Hull, and I'm based in North Warwickshire. I drove up to Hull to see him to do the workshop, which was quite a trek for me. It's about 100 miles up, but I promise it's absolutely worth it. Utterly brilliant workshop, and it's a very relaxed atmosphere. It's a very kind of chilled. There's about 6 or 7 of us in the workshop when I was there. They're very chilled. I mean, as you know yourself, you're in the van life community. They're kind of chill people anyway, and just asking questions. And James he'll just, if you ask a question, he'll tell you. So yeah, very good. And we've got a bit of practical on there as well. We're all crimping in his workshop as well, to give it a bit of practical. And I must admit, if you've ever bought the crimpers from Halfords, them little weedy little things that blooming bend a bit, you get yourself a decent set of crimpers, because they're absolutely fabulous. They really are. So James, thank you for coming on, and I look forward to coming on your next workshop when you develop your thing more. Because I mean, the Saturday was fab. I absolutely loved it. It was brilliant. So for any van lifers out there, or caravan builders, or trailer builders, or teardrops or square drop builders, get on the workshop. You learn, as I say, learn about solar and batteries and electrical hazards and gas hazards and vehicle weights and speed. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff on it. So have a brilliant time. Thanks, James, for coming on the video.
No
what
worries.
We'll post it in the group and post it on YouTube, and you can get a link, and I'll put your contact details on there. so people can get in touch directly with you. All right.
Yeah, brilliant.
Super. Thanks, James. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Mark.
See you soon.
Cheers, buddy.